Oh, that's gonna hurt. I need to be back away from that. Oh, there's another boss mob. Sweet. They never stop coming. They just keep coming. Fed to the rules and they hit the ground running. They kicked me in the face. Okay. You're still stuck. 2 weeks later, 75, Amazon in hell. You can't fight any lightning immunes, period. That's with lower resist 1. You're maxed on fury and strike. I usually just go fend or I go dual specialty. I mean, we just avoided some of that stuff in general on our lightning Amazon. There is a playlist for it, and it involves a lot of swearing in hell, if that indicates anything. Bow might be easier for you if you're like really struggling with it. By the way, it's not. There is no shame in switching it up to something that just covers that gap, and then whenever you get into post game, you can swap back and just farm the areas that are easiest for you. You have solid bases for other things, but not the runes. You need a lem for merch treasury. Yeah, I have been weirdly enough. I've gotten some like. Of the desired high runes, I have not gotten a Maul rune yet. It is bothering me. Like, it is legitimately irritating me that I'm not getting it. Hey, Huntron, how's it going? Let's go ahead and sell that to there. Get these stocked up. Resurrect Dumas. He's going to die again. I'm calling it now. He's going to die against the big boys. But it's fine. Freezing Arrow, Freezing Arrow Lightning is a good combo. Freezing Arrow and Poison can actually work as well. I should do a run with that. I should actually do an Ice Maiden with Poison for one of these. Or at least show it off in a build video to show that it can work. To do a lot with Poison, you need specialized gear, but you can do okay with it and you just freeze them in place and poison them down. It's a little slower, but it doesn't really get stopped by anything. Need a Last Bear to finish your Javazon with Chain of Honor. Use the 3 Last on Infinity and Enigma. Ah. Let's see. Is Poison viable in Hell? Yes-ish. Just yes-ish is the best I can give for that. You have to build towards it. And there are ways to make it better. That reminds me, I still need to do the Poison Dagger Necro video, which exploits a certain little thing in armor that people hate. So, it's an expensive armor that nobody ever uses. Lots of poison immunes in hell. One needs an alternative. They're really not as bad as you would think. You need to go dual elemental with it unless you're a necromancer for sure. But, like, the Poison Necromancer, until you get the key, is a little bit slow because that's a lot of poison piercing, and your lower resist will break poison immunes, but you need that extra little bit to duck them down lower. Plus poison damage is kind of useless in that regard. But yeah. And here goes Mercenary again. I'm gonna take down the one that is actually fighting him is like my primary target, because I like having him for mana. There's another full rejuve. Yes, I will gladly take that stashed away for an hour. You use Ignore Target on your Poison Necro. He's built to be like Michael Myers. Ah. Well, yeah, generally speaking, you still want a little bit of attack rating, because Ignore Target defense doesn't work versus act bosses. There is a solution to that. But it doesn't work on act bosses, and it doesn't work on like champions and stuff like that. So it makes the normal enemies, like these trash mobs, a little bit easier. But the boss mob, oh god, Mercenary, no! Yeah, he did. he long did. As soon as I saw that curse, that's just like, nope. We're just going to leave him dead for a while. We'll revive him whenever we get to Act 2. Or actually, whenever we get to Inner Cloister. Yeah, you guys get to back off. Yeah, you're not so tough whenever I can knock you back, are you? There you go. Let's see. You built a max AR setup from cheap gear, got 3/4 of your rune in the tower, killing superior specter. Ah. You have a nice chance to hit. Just nice. Throw that in their way. Decoy is going to be our friend for a little while, since we don't have mercenary right now. So that... Oh, superior chaos armor. That'll sell for 35k. So there we go. We now have 35k sitting in there. That'll give us enough to resurrect Dingus McChingus back there. But yeah, there's ways to make poison viable. The Amazon does have a little bit of a harder time with it, but it's good versus bosses and anything that you can't kill with cold. Because cold poison, you have some skeletons that are that way. But beyond that, you really don't have too many that are that big of a pain in the butt. And yes, I am literally just chucking that down there just in case. So grab, chuck you down. And I'm so glad that that's pulling these things in on it. See how quickly I would last versus them? And I do like that it does the little animations whenever it gets whacked. What level is this Amazon? Too damn low. It's 59. we should not be here. I'm in danger. It's just kind of my approach here. This is the I'm in danger episode. So grab the chest. Let's go ahead and grab that. I'm looking for the waypoint. I'm hoping I get the waypoint before I find the tree. Oh, nope, we found the tree. Hi, guys. You deal with that. And I'm shooting a tree. Lovely. Let's see. Grow there. And that is not going well. You deal with that. And I'm going to run away. Because frankly, that's going to end badly if I don't. I want the waypoint, not to deal with these guys. Hoip. Hoip and hoip. Bye. Just grab and run. Grab and run. Oh, yeah. We need to find a safe spot to actually summon up. Just need to be not swarmed, if at all possible. That should work. Hey, no. You do not get to teleport to me. Why am I not hitting the ones that are, like, right in front of me? Did they give me the freaking issue with Diablo's lightning or something? I don't have point blank anymore or something? I don't know. Run away! Okay, so now we have a little bit of a notch in here that we can kind of mess around with. There you go. And we can even take out the little skeletons. There we go. We're doing a little better now. We have established ourselves. Now if we can get a level 15 Valkyrie, we could actually go back there and challenge some of that. Take that, tree! Just running, punch the tree, grab the scroll, run away! Oh, lordy. Let's identify this while she's fighting that. Oh, nice. I mean, it's not the best small charm I've ever gotten, but I'm not complaining about it. How the turns have tabled. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, now we actually have some cold resist. We're not max on any resist right now. That is sad. Can we see the charms I keep? They're kind of garbage, but they're just cold resist, fire resist. These are literally just resist charms that we found while playing through. Like I said, I haven't done any grinding, so it's literally just whatever we can cram in there. Yeah, them tables are spinning right round, baby. Like a record, baby. I'm gonna get, like, copyright strikes from that, aren't I?
I need a key.
I'm making references! Fair use. It is... I'm not sure it would be considered parody. It'd be incidental. But... because there is some level of protection. It's a non-performance thing, if that makes sense. I don't think it would fall into the illegal territory, but I'm not sure. That is kind of a gray area. Quoting the lyrics only partially, just avoiding enough that you don't get sued. Skill tree all over the place. We're hybrid, so we have multi-shot, we have magic arrow, and we have jerks. We have one pointing guided arrow, and then we've just been dumping into the lightning javelins. We can run lightning javelin for a while. I want to do... I need to actually set up alternate things so I can use the other one. F3, F3. There we go. There you go. Just punch them with lightning. Of course, we don't have our mercenary right now, so we can't punch forever, but it works. Your max Javazon has -12 all res. That sounds about right. For some reason, I just have a hard time getting resist on a Javazon too, so if it's any consolation. I don't usually worry about getting it max on them either, though. Ow. We are getting locked. That sucks. Yeah, and it's like we're not actually hitting the thing that's point blank in front of us. Like, it's not even trying to hit it is the thing that's weird. I'm not sure what that's about. I mean, we hit him with the charged strike ones, but we just don't hit him with that. It's very strange. Oh, and you guys are slow missiled. Ha! Not that I'm going to take advantage of that, but I'm still going to kill you. Chains of Honor are very nice, yes. I do not have the stuff for Chains of Honor. There we go. We used up a lot of our resources there. I need to find mana potions. I also need to find waypoints. Bugger off. You know what? I think I might go to the next area and just find the Black Marsh waypoint. There you go. I mean, for being as underleveled as we are, we're doing fine. Do I have knockback? Yes. I have a Neff rune in our Bariza right now. If you were wanting actual reasonable attack speed, you could put a Shale in it and get a little bit of attack speed boost elsewhere to get up to a reasonable frame rate. I think we're fairly close. I forget what the max frame rate for it is. But being a non-repeating crossbow, it's slow. So this area, I don't really have to worry about the enemies nearly as much because there's not as many ranged bastards. So I don't have to, like, be slightly irritated by it. There we go. And let's see. I do want this waypoint because I could use this character to get keys, especially if we get the bows for, like, making a strafer, such as a Faith or a Wind Force, or honestly even a Gold Strike would actually be fine. It'd be fast enough for it, but until then, just kind of doing what we can. And since these guys are small, actually, I forget, these guys might be considered medium. I forget which, but they're more prone to knockback than the big hairy boys. Eat my multi-shot. And we level up just as we run out of mana. Sweet. Just means more shots against him. What do I have in Pierce and Penetrate? 1 and 1. And I only have the point in Pierce for whenever we switch off of the Bariza. You don't need it with the Bariza. I just have it there in case I found a better bow. Oh, I've already you can't socket uniques without Larzik. But the only thing you can socket without Larzik is, well, there's a few things you can socket, but not as easily. But generally what you're going to be socketing with your cube is going to be plain white items, non-superior. So, we had 2 bosses in there? Oh my. Oh my. So let's go ahead and we'll grab some more Lightning Strike. We're getting up there on that level. But yeah, I have 1 point in each of them. I'm not going to dump extra points into them. Not yet. If I was going pure, I would, but... yeah, you can sock it with cube. It is random, but there are ways you can not necessarily manipulate it, but control it. For example, if you get the right item level of, say, Crystal Sword, it'll cap at 4 sockets. So if you do it in the cube, it'll have a 50% chance, 3 out of 6, chance of being 4 sockets. You started a Warcry Barb a while back, but it's very difficult in Hell. Usually you want to go Warcry Berserk if you're doing a Warcry Barb, because your Warcry is still physical damage. Another option, if you have access to it, would be a Reaper's Toll to get some Decrepify in there to break enemies' physical resistances. It is worth noting that your Warcry will still entirely stun anything. It doesn't matter if it's physical immune or not. For the, let's see. So would you be focusing on jab and fend or just jab? For the lightning Javazon, I would say just focusing on jab unless you are building around being a fend zon. Because fend is very much, yeah, you want to be just for that. Oh, wow. I went to scratch my arm and saw the big stompies. Hey, big old boys. Let's go ahead and just keep knocking them back. I'm running out of arrows too, so I need to grab that. What runes do you need for cube socketing? Depends on what you're socketing. I like how we just stopped to cast that. And yes, I do see the tower there. I'm not going in it just yet. But yeah, it depends on what you're socketing as to what you need to actually socket it. Oh, thank you for leading them back to me, Valkyrie. That is very nice of you. That's exact opposite of what I need. Just get a nice little volley in there. We should kill a few more with that. And I saw the boss in there. I don't have a lock on him, but hey, there he is. Let's go ahead and throw a dummy one in front. It's not going to last very long, but long enough for us to get the boss. You can see we're actually getting decent XP too. Let's see. Just a second and I'll answer that. I need to kill these guys before I sit there and read the entire question out. There we go. Okay, full rejuve, yes. Okay. What's your opinion on dodge evade? You feel like they just stop you from attacking more often than not? They're useful, but they will interrupt your attacks quite often if you don't know how to use them properly. But you do also need them to get your point in Valkyrie, which is arguably worth it. So... the Frenzy Deathlords are impossible to deal with on health. They spawn with the worst mods. They spawn with random mods like anything else. It's just they hit like a truck. And they're fast as balls. And thoughts on using an Uber Smiter with Thorns rune word? Bramble, you mean? On Mercenary. I don't like it very much. I'd rather have just a sturdier Mercenary. There are a lot of recipes to socket an item. Yes, there are a lot of recipes to socket an item. That's why I say it depends on what you're trying to socket. And hey, Shinra, how's it going? Be careful or we'll call Sephiroth on you. But anyway. Sephiroth. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, I have one wing angel stuck in my head now. Thank you very much. Why? I just want the waypoint. That's all I'm looking for here. I'm not even like looking to go into the tower just yet. I want the waypoint so I can travel back because I'm sitting here on my scroll. I mean, we are killing stuff and getting XP because we kind of need it, but that's another issue. So we're just going to zigzag through the field, I guess. If we kill things, awesome. If not, it's fine. Nothing here seems to be ranged right now, so that's at least a plus for us. And what did you do there, Valkyrie? You just kind of like spawned behind me. I would like to get one of our level 15 Valkyries out. Instead of this, like, we are dealing with a level 1 Valkyrie nonsense. Die, you fool! Hey, our dodge is helping us. Ha! There you go. Okay. Let's go ahead and summon a new one of you in just a second. We're looking good on that. I need to grab the bolts is what I need. That's what I came in here for. Okay. Let's see, before you respec jab or bow, I would, honestly, if you're not having fun with the lightning javelin, I would go bow and try that out for a while. You have a freezing arrows on would be the best skill for cold immunes. I like having a pocket magic arrow just in case of stuff like that, but usually whenever I'm going cold arrow, I mix it with strafe or multi-shot depending on what bow I'm using. So almost every melee character has trouble dealing with Stygian dolls. Yes, they are the worst for melee characters. You generally you need a lot of life and max block for them. That's the best you can do with them. Since you hit hell, should you run a Chain Lightning Firewall, Frozen Orb, or Thunderstorm, Meteor, Frozen Orb, Sorceress? I would run... It depends on whether you're playing on controller or not. And I would not run Triple Elemental. Not whenever you're just getting into hell. Triple Elemental is possible with the right gear. It's not recommended if you are not geared to the, like, hilt. So... Lightning Javelin is totally sexy, minus the immunes. Yeah. Controller, I would actually go Frozen Orb Fireball or Frozen Orb Lightning. Depending on which one you prefer. You will still have things that are dual immune and you'll have to run from that, but their minions won't be. Orb Lightning requires a bit more faster cast, but generally you'll have an easier time breaking through the immunities with even just like a lower resist wand, whereas Frozen Orb Fire, you're not going to be breaking those immunities without a infinity, if even then. And hi, Dragon Knight, how's it going? Good. Let's see. Good thing you have lore and spirit. But yeah, my usual, if I'm under-equipped stuff, is to go dual spirit, sorceress, ba-bam, sword and shield, or if you don't have a Spirit of Splendor works, or even just a rhyme works as well. But I usually just go with that, and let's resurrect Dingus in just a minute. But I just choose Frozen Orb plus either Lightning as a main damage or Fireball as a main damage, especially if you're using a controller because it's easier to aim with them. Javazon is super cheap to get running. Her high-end gear can be a bit expensive, but that's only whenever you're talking like super end-game stuff. Because super end-game stuff, yeah, she is super expensive if you're going that route, because you'll have a super expensive helmet. You'll have a jeweler's shield of deflection with 4 jewels in it. It can get really expensive. Is it just on console that the servers are terrible? No, they've been off and on for everybody. But I think the consoles have had a little more trouble with it. You only need one thing, Infinity Polearm, like you can be naked and beat the game. You don't need Infinity for a Lightning Javazon. We have done a Lightning Javazon with solo self-found, just garbage gear, just going for it. So it's not necessary to have Infinity or any of that crap. You got to trade 1915 Griffin for 3 ist. Nice. Griffin is really strong on a Javazon. As I would prioritize Infinity over it, simply because Infinity will break the resists. But, I mean, break immunes. Apologies. Not resists. But, yeah.